Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dynast. At the end of this video, make sure you go to www.dynastwear.com. Check out our Indigenous African art, jewelry, fashion, and accessories. Also go to searchforwho.com. Learn more information on the documentary we're shooting. Also contribute towards that documentary. Last but not least, go to amazon.com. Search the name Dynast Amir. Buy a book. I've written several of them, so please support and buy one. Wanted to shoot this video today on I'm starting to notice a black and bougie as hell travel. You know, I'm black and bougie and I travel epidemic going on the internet. So I wanted to somewhat address it. Yesterday I did a video basically calling out. I think her name is Gloria Atanmo. So she had a opportunity to showcase, well, basically Cheapo Wear. You know, I've shopped on Cheapo Wear, bought a couple tickets from Cheapo Wear. You know, they wanted to spotlight Black History Month, and in honor of Black History Month, they asked Gloria Atanmo to list her 5 favorite places. Not one of her 5 favorite places was any melanated or black country. They were all non-black countries. And even a few on the list have a history or a record of marginalizing and discriminating and abusing black people. So I was disappointed in that. So got up this morning, was about to go to the gym, and I noticed on my news feed on Facebook there was an article written by Gloria Atanmo. And it's called "Stop Asking Me How I Afford to Travel." Now, why would anybody take it personal or be offended by someone's sincerity and being sincere and asking how do you afford to travel? I get asked that all the time, and I have no issue with it. I answer, I have a corporate job, I do sales, I make decent money, I put money from bonus checks I put aside, and that's how I travel. But you have some people who are offended. And I just kind of want to go through the list of why she's offended. So number one, it insinuates that traveling is expensive to begin with. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit of my story. From Sacramento, went to the University of Georgia. After I graduated, I relocated to LA to pursue an acting and modeling career. Notice it wasn't for me, but during that time, I was dead broke. I couldn't rub 2 nickels together. So how you define, expensive is not how somebody else defines it. I couldn't rub 2 nickels together. So like for me, living in Atlanta, when I was in LA, when I first moved to LA, like dropping $1,000 on a ticket to Africa would be damn near impossible. Or I can't even fathom that. $1,000 for a ticket to Africa back, when I couldn't rub 2 nickels together, it's impossible. It would have been impossible. I couldn't imagine it. There's a lot of things I couldn't imagine when you can't rub 2 nickels together. So I think that's a legit question. How do you earn your money? How do you afford to travel? That's a fair question. And traveling is expensive. But again, it depends on your definition of what expensive is. To some people, $100 is expensive because of their financial situation. So I wanted to touch on that point. Point number 2 she made. It suggests that you're too lazy to do your own research. Now, she's saying, go on Google and search how can you afford to travel. But let's keep it real. I look up all types of ideas on how to afford to travel too on Google. None of them offer any real solutions. And then I want to point out something else. And I see this is rampant in the black community. Withholding information. I remember my first stint in Atlanta before I moved to LA, I was in Buckhead, and I saw a brother with a Lamborghini. And I said to myself, you know what, I like supercars. I would love a Lamborghini one day. So I said, how do you earn, like, what do you do for a living to earn a Lamborghini? You're not an athlete. I don't think you're a rapper. What do you do? You know, of course, it's like, brother, you know, I just do my thing. You know, he refused to give me a clear answer. And I noticed that a lot in the black community. When some black people become successful and wealthy, they refuse to give the secret of success, how they earned their money, how they became wealthy. So I have a problem with do your own research. Okay, I'll do my own research, but I'm asking you specifically, how do you afford to travel? You guys ask me that, and I don't say, oh, do your own research. Dynast, how do you afford to? I mean, think about it. You watch my videos, you know, if you ask Dynast, how do you afford to travel? And if I respond back, oh, do your own research, Google the shit. How would you feel if I did that? Instead, I answer. So I think that's just a bougie, snobby response. Do your own research. You know, because there's really no concrete answer. You know, of course you have the... In fact, I tell you, when I researched how to travel for free, it was stuff like volunteer work, Peace Corps, stuff like that. But that takes a long-term commitment. You know, if you just want to do like a 1 week or 2 week vacation, you know, you can't do that through Peace Corps and a lot of these volunteer opportunities. So, you know, again, just being sincere, you want to know how you afford to travel. Number 3, it belittles the idea that you can actually manage your funds, start at a savings account, and allocate money accordingly. You know what, I'll say this. I agree and I disagree. Because again, some people might not have the dough to save. But I agree with her, because I know some of y'all, and me included, be blowing money on bullshit. You know, I talk about this often. You know, you conscious, you a melanated Nubian queen, sister, third eye open, but you can't afford a ticket to Africa or some melanated country, but you be buying $20 couscous sandwiches. So I low-key agree with her on that, but again, to my point, the people who are actually sincere, some of them might not have the extra dough to save. So with that being said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put videos together, maybe twice a week. And I'm going to show some outside-the-box ideas on how to buy a ticket to go to Africa. In fact, what I want to do, this is a call to action to everybody that's watching this video. Okay? I want you to hop on this program with me. I'm going to start putting the videos out. We're going to raise $3,000 before November to cover your ticket, expenses to the country you want to go to in Africa. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. Or, you know what? In fact, this is a challenge for me too. Outside of using my corporate money and some of the donations I get from you guys, because I do get some donations from you guys, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. People who contribute, you know, I don't care if it's a penny. I don't care what it is. When you contribute, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm humble. You know, so stuff like that. People contribute some change, but again, the majority of the funds I get for Africa, that's all through my corporate job. Like 95% of it. Small percentage, very small percentages through donations. So, but I'm humble and I thank you for that. You know, because I think I offer something of value as far as the videos, you know, buy a book. You know, I'm offering something. I'm not just on here begging. Like, I'm offering something tangible that people could appreciate. That's why I say, hey, just donate a free will offering. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to put together a list, a video of how, you know, we're going to raise money for those who are like, look, Dynast, I want to go to Africa. I just cannot afford it. I don't have 2 stacks, you know, a stack for a ticket, a stack for, you know, any expenses if I want to buy something or whatever. You know, I just don't have it. So what we're going to do, I got some creative ideas, some stuff I'm doing. All you need is a damn PDA, a cell phone, iPhone, you know, Samsung Note, whatever. That's not the Note. That's the S7, whatever. That's all you need. And we're gonna put some stuff together. And the goal is, in fact, we'll say, let's be a little ambitious. The goal is by June, July. So we're in February. We got about 4 or 5 months. We're gonna raise $3,000 each individually. Each individual who's watching this that wants to get down with, getting the money up to travel to Africa. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm actually gonna put something in place, and just let's do it. Let's crank it out. Because I'm sincere. I want to see everybody travel. I want to see everybody experience what I experienced when I go to Africa. You deserve that experience. Of course, you get tired. You get tired of trying to vicariously experience traveling through someone else's blog. You want to do it yourself. But then when that person on that blog isn't offering, any real solutions on how you can experience what that person experiences when they travel, like for real in person, I think it's kind of messed up, and it's not doing you guys a justice or offering you guys anything of value. Because yeah, it's cute to see people, running around in the Bahamas barefooted and all this other stuff. But I know you guys probably want to do it, and you're thinking of ideas where you can afford to go ahead and do it. So we're going to go ahead and do it. It's a challenge. It's the Travel to Africa Challenge. Raise money, travel to Africa challenge. We're going to start it probably this weekend. I'm going to come up with some ideas, share it with you all. Let's do it. Let's raise 3 stacks by July. None of your hard-earned money from corporate America, whatever job you got. It'll be our side hustle. Let's do it together. Again, just wanted to point out just some of the, the BOUGIE Black Travel Club that I see going on Facebook and Instagram. I'm a melanated Nubian queen goddess, melanin off fleek, and you taking pictures in Russia in front of the Kremlin. That shit just don't add up. I'm a melanin goddess, Nubian queen, third eye open, melanin off fleek, and you taking pictures at the Leaning Tower of Pisa or the Colosseum. Your melanin's off fleek in front of the Colosseum. Okay, whatever. Put that. Well, why won't your make your melanin on fleek, in another melanated country? How about that? So yeah, I just see a lot of bouginess in this travel situation amongst us on Instagram and Facebook and social media. So we're gonna change that. So this is the Travel to Africa Challenge. I'm gonna start it up. Let's raise this money. I'm gonna show you some ways. Let's do it. Don't be bougie and black and travel. Stay your ass at home. Follow me on social media, Dynas Amir. Search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. Dynas Amir. Till next time, I'm out.